Singapore wakes up. Wake up, Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman.
Wake up in the morning feeling like
Kiss 92's Big Show.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to Thursday's edition of The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guests for this morning, and man, it seems like you were in the studio yesterday, Adrian. Mr. Adrian Choo from Career Agility International. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Angel, and good morning to all our Kiss 92 listeners out there.
Time really flies, huh?
It does, and I'm missing FD this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, this is...
But it's perfect because we're going to be talking about him.
Angel,
I'm
stop
so
it.
mean.
Just
Okay.
because,
He's not here.
he's never going to be able to jump up and down in the studio here. I mean, he doesn't jump up and down.
No, he doesn't jump up and down.
He's always had
outside.
He's always had a bad back.
Yes.
So, this time around it sounds a little bit more serious. As I said this morning, I hope it's not a slip disc.
Me too.
Because we need him next week. We're leaving for Australia. We'll be
Yes.
broadcasting from Brisbane, Australia for the week of 12, 13, 14th, I think. 14th
14th
to the...
to 15th, 12, 13,
14, 15, 16, 17,
No, it's the
18.
15th.
No. Shalini Susan, please give me the dates.
It's
Monday to
it's
Friday.
right there on the board behind her.
Where?
15th to the 19th.
15 to the 19th.
There
That's
you
what I was
go.
going to say.
Yeah, okay, clearly. Yes, we'll be in Queensland and we'll be all over the place. So, do join us on The Big Show, on The Big Show TV, on air, because we'll bring you lots of exciting stuff from
I'm just going to
to
be hanging by the Gold Coast.
with the meter maids.
In my budgie.
In your budgie smugglers.
I can't even say it.
Budgie smugglers.
Yee.
Yeah, I know, they're
Imagine.
gross.
Hey, if I want to go viral, I just
That's all you have to
put on
yes,
a pair
I
of
think so
Speedos
too.
and
I think
White
so too.
pair?
and then I'll get Shalini. Shalini, come take a photo of me right now. Okay, put it out there.
do a slow motion of him running on the beach. How about that? And his budgie
The,
smugglers.
the Baywatch
The
type
Baywatch
of...
type, but with
No?
budgie smugglers.
She's
No?
like, no, get someone else to do it. She will not be able to unsee it.
Well, if you're going viral, no one will.
But that's actually a myth. I
What?
think the Australian men, they wear board shorts.
They do,
I
they
mean,
do.
No one wears Speedos
I
anymore.
think it's
Come on.
no, I think it was more a European thing.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Who knows?
But
Anyway,
budgie smuggler.
I think it's just a term for it. I don't
Right.
think they were
It's just
actual
I think it's
fans
just
of
an
it.
Aussie
Australian
slang,
term
right?
for it.
that's
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
So, okay. Anyway, this is not what we're talking about. We're not talking about budgie smugglers. We are talking about the recent news. It was in the news for the past couple of days. Joseph Schooling retiring at the grand old age of 28 years old.
What an old fuck.
Right?
No, but we're going to have Joseph in on Tuesday.
Next week,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is going to be fun.
But we're talking about him retiring from swimming, of course. He is carrying on with a different career. So we're talking about retirement then.
No, we're talking about many things
Okay.
besides retirement, and it's not so much about Joseph Schooling himself, because he'll speak for himself when it comes on Tuesday, and I can't wait for that episode. But I was thinking that what are some of the career lessons we can learn from him retiring from his sport or his field at age 28. And if any of us are in the mood for retiring from what we are doing to try something new, this might be an interesting conversation you might want to listen into.
So it's kind of pivoting almost.
Pivoting, reinventing, there's so many
Right,
things
okay.
we talk about, but it takes a lot of courage.
So it's not end of road retirement that we're talking about right now.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not retirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Adrian on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Stray Kids with La 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 on Kiss 92. La 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 la.
Four laws. Yeah, 4 laws. All right. So retirement, mid-career retirement. No.
Well,
Is that what it's called?
I think what he wanted to share with us all, and I think it was really nice of him to share with the public and hold a press conference, because I think a lot of us have been very invested in his career and everything. But what he was saying is basically he was retiring from professional and competitive swimming. And the biggest takeaway I had is that it's going to be moving on to something even more exciting.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, you can probably ask him on Tuesday next week. But funding,
Yeah, capital,
VCs,
yeah,
what
VCs,
exactly
yeah.
it is. It looks quite fun.
Yeah.
But in order for us to move on in our career, very often we need to start thinking about what's next. And a couple of weeks ago, we had this episode about when are you over the hill? Are you over the hill, and when are you over the hill, right? And how do you prevent being over the hill, meaning past your prime? And I think one of the biggest lessons we can learn is how to avoid being past your prime is to quit when you're ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, you end up trying the same old formula over and over again.
Yeah.
And
With the same results.
yeah, and especially in sports, if you think about it, a lot of sportsmen, there's a natural shelf life, if you think about it, in terms of age. I remember during in 80s, there were Michael Chang,
Yes.
the tennis star.
Oh, wow. My goodness, I haven't
Yeah,
heard
I
that
don't-
name in a
Michael
while.
Chang.
Michael
He was such an
Chang.
inspiration. When I was a kid growing up, he was such an inspiration.
Yeah, because he's like this short guy,
Yeah.
Asian.
He
There were
didn't-
very few Asians during
Yeah.
that
and
time.
he didn't look like he was particularly strong.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
looked like a normal American Chinese
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And he was amazing on the court.
Michael
Yeah.
Chang. Wow,
Absolutely
okay.
amazing.
Forgot about him. All right.
Yeah, so he knew from the very start that tennis was not a game that he could play all the way into his 30s or 40s. So for him, he really made as much money as he could, made as much impact as he could in his earlier years. And then he decided to move on to something else, whatever it was. I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but sometimes it's important to recognize that if you're in a role, especially that requires that has a natural shelf life,
Yep.
it's something that we all want to start thinking about. And what can we do to avoid becoming over the edge?
He's
Oh,
52
We're
now.
checking. We're
I'm
checking.
checking,
What's
I'm
Michael
checking.
Chang
Oh, he's-
doing?
yeah.
52
It's my
only.
age.
He's 52.
Wow.
What's he doing now?
He's my TT.
He retired in 2003, released a book about his career. Doesn't say what he's up to at the moment. Let me check, okay? But speaking of people like over the hill and retiring and quitting while you're ahead, the news as well today for sports, Sebastian Vettel wanting to
Yes.
make a comeback. What do you think about that? Is he over the hill?
I
Should
don't
he
think he's
not
over the
come
hill.
back? He's not. Okay.
I think he can do it.
Okay.
He's a good driver.
Yeah.
A very, very good driver. So, I'm all for him.
Oh, he's coaching.
Joining,
Sorry, Michael
joining what do you call Mercedes?
Mercedes. Sorry, Michael Chang is coaching now in Southern
Makes sense.
California.
makes
yeah.
sense. Makes sense.
Coaching kids.
Coaching the new talent.
There you
Next
go.
crop of
Children.
new talent. Children, yeah, probably.
Yeah, makes sense. So I think
I believe that children are future.
Ben.
they are.
Wait, are we on the Big Show
Yes.
TV? Yes, okay. I can sing as much as I want. No kidding. Go ahead.
So I think it's a matter of knowing when to quit when you're ahead, but when's the time to pull the plug in your. So I had this client once. He always traveled a lot. Okay, to the point where he was traveling 70-80% of the time around the region, around the world, and everything. And when he finally reached the ripe old age of 51, okay, as he calls it, he found that the traveling and everything was taking a toll on his health. And he said that this role is not a role for him anymore.
Is he married?
Married with kids and
Maybe
everything.
that's why also, because trying to balance, right, can be very stressful.
It's stressful, but he's balanced it so far. But for him, it was more a physical limitation.
Oh.
And then he said, no, okay, now if I want to cut back on the travel, this particular role is too high stress for me as well. What do I do? And he realizes it. So,
But what's so stressful about
No,
traveling?
it's tiring though. If you're traveling, if you go for 2 days, you come back, you're living out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
Then you go again. Then you want to spend time with your kids,
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
time,
there
have
you go.
time with the
See,
wife.
so if he didn't have a
But-
family, he'll
no,
probably
but
be in
it's-
better health.
Oh my god!
Wait, before-
it's still tiring.
Oh, nah. It's
No, before
such
I
a
got-
pleasure to travel.
No, but not when it's obligatory all
You know,
the time.
once in my previous job, before my boy came along, so I was married and everything, but I was traveling for about 80% of the time.
And what did you? Was it
You know,
tiring?
you know how bad it was? It was so bad that I would wake up at the hotel room at 3 in the
and
morning.
not know where you are.
And where am I? I had to pick
Yeah.
up the phone, call the operator. Where am I? Which country am I?
Seriously?
Yeah, they
Yep.
call it. It's a syndrome. They
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
the first night something. A lot
It
of
was
travelers
like,
go
oh,
through
you're in
that.
Manila. Okay, great, thanks. Hang up the phone and go back to sleep. It was just basically I cannot figure out where I was.
And the thing about traveling so much like that is you also find it very hard to control your diet
Oh yes,
because you're eating at. Okay, wait. Let's go on traffic and all that.
Okay.
Unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
Kiss Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE towards the airport, right before Eng Neo Avenue, look out for an accident which is taking up some space in lane 5. If you spot anything else, our number is 88550920.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is the founder at Korea Agility International, Mr. Adrian Choo. Good morning, Adrian. Thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure's always mine. And today we're talking about Joseph Schooling and his intention, his announcement that he was going to retire from swimming.
I'm so happy for him, actually.
I'm actually happy for him.
I feel relieved, for him.
Yes.
No, not so much stress now to perform.
Yeah, because, a whole bunch of people, with very high expectations.
Of course.
Over the past few years,
Yeah.
right? They were all kind of like, I don't know, they didn't seem very nice.
Yeah.
They were overly critical
Yes.
of Joseph.
Agreed.
I mean, we
Agreed.
all knew he was at his peak when he won the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, he the best chance he had was the following Olympics to win a gold or a medal, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So at that point, many people knew, hey, okay, maybe it's not going to be possible,
Yeah.
Yeah.
anymore. But still, there were a bunch of people who were like,
And all that
you're not
chatter.
training
Yeah,
hard enough.
yeah.
You're distracted with this. You're distracted
The
with that.
thing, the
You're-
thing that pissed me off most was some people called him fat.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the second
For the second one, because he had put on some weight.
And I think
you know how
that's
people
what's it to you, seriously.
Exactly.
What's it to you,
know,
And
to
it's
me,
easy
he's-
to be from the armchair criticizing,
Yeah.
You jump in the pool and see if you can even swim.
To me, if I really won a gold medal, an Olympic gold medal for
Yeah.
Singapore,
Get
you
off
can
my
do
back.
no wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's a
Exactly.
major
Exactly.
contribution already.
And I
That
think-
is national service.
And I think, apart from the swimming itself, being a celebrity of sorts, there's a lot of stress on you for the things that you do,
Behaving.
your behavior, and everyone's a critic. You
Yep,
can't please
of course.
everyone all the time, and I think that in itself is stressful too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So once he says he's retiring, I think it's not just retiring from the sport professionally or competitively. I think it's also saying that, look, I want to retire from this piece of limelight.
Limelight, yeah. And also he's giving himself a chance to kind of go into the shadows
Yeah.
and not be judged on that kind of performance anymore.
Correct.
I'm sure people will still have their little, gossip, this and that, but at least he's taking that away. And I think it's going to be much better for his mental health.
I think so too, and I think he's smart, he's clever. Look at the way he speaks. I was so impressed by his press conference.
Yeah.
He speaks a lot better than many of our politicians at press conferences. They're such natural,
Yeah.
so genuine and everything.
Good.
Yeah, he'll be a great spokesperson for any brand that wants him. So
He'll make a
it's
great
amazing.
sports ambassador as well, for
Yeah.
whoever wants him, Sports SG or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
But he can
amazing.
be quite judgmental as well, Joseph Schooling. Remember once I played golf with him.
Oh.
And I kind of
Oh, no.
I messed up a par 3. And,
And
of
he
course
looked
he
at
laughed.
you. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
But, Joseph, that was about 7 years ago.
Oh,
now we
now.
play.
rematch.
As much as you have improved, I'm sure he has as well.
I don't know about that.
We'll find out, right?
I think he's been so busy, he hasn't had time to
With
go
what?
for
Not
like
swimming?
refresher golf
You'd be
lessons or
surprised.
whatever. Anyway, I mean, if we really go on the golf course, I'll get like someone to do like Insta stories.
Of course, please do.
So everyone can watch.
Showdown.
Showdown indeed. Okay, let's continue to talk to Adrian on the Big Show TV. It is 8:11.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by Putian. Putian would like to thank you for your
Almost at 11:11.
No, it was 8:11. I wasn't quite sure what that was.
I was going to say 11:11 actually.
Okay, so it's not all about Joseph Schooling's retirement. It's not about retirement at the end of the road. It is about retirement mid-career,
Yeah,
changing
and
a
also
job.
besides the retirement angle, the other thing that came up that really impacted me when he at the press conference was when he said that he was complacent. Complacency affects all of us, and affects all of us as well. Actually, one thing he said was he assumed that things were always going to be the way it's going to be, and I think that affects all of us. That when we're in a situation when we are at the top of our game, we expect to be at the top of our game all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that when that happens, you tend to become a bit more complacent. You might slack off a little bit, and it's okay to
Really, I
slack
thought
off
it was
a
the
little
other
bit.
way around, bro.
But
it's like if you want to be on top all the time, I mean, how can you be complacent?
No, because sometimes people are at the top and then they just
he was
think
at the top already.
they think they're going to be there
golden
without
thing,
having
yeah.
to work extra hard to stay there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they don't think that anyone's coming from behind and wanting to overtake that position. A lot of people do that.
So you're saying like for Joseph's case, because he said he was complacent. So what did he do then? So I mean, swimmers they got to go to the pool.
Maybe he
They've
didn't
got
fight
to-
as hard. I don't know. No,
So
I'm
I
not,
think
I'm,
that he
I'm
was
not
in his
judging.
bathtub, just kind of
Yes, correct. Yeah, with
playing
his
with the
flippers
water.
and around the ducky. Yeah.
Can you imagine, if you're already the number one in the world, and then each time I go to a pool and I swim, I think basically before I even jump in the pool, I'm faster than all you
People
guys.
are- yeah.
I'm faster than all you guys
Yeah.
anytime. Do I need to put in the kind? So it's not easy. So I think the biggest lesson I learned from all this is don't assume things will stay the same forever. Okay, when things are going good, enjoy it. Okay, but it may not be good forever.
Maintain it as much,
Maintain
long
it as much as you
And
can.
Adrian has always said that. Always, right? You always say
said
this.
that, yeah. And even when it comes to finances, you may be at the top of your career, making lots of money, but will you be at that level forever? That's why I know some people who make a lot of money, but they spend even more. They don't even
Yeah.
save because they assume the money is going to keep
Keep
rolling in
flowing
for
and
forever.
So
growing
better
on
to be
trees,
cash
yeah.
rich or asset rich? 'Cause I was just having a conversation with
that's a good question.
with someone
Oh.
yesterday, and the person said, "You know what? I am
Cash poor.
I have assets, but
Yeah.
I'm cash poor."
Yeah.
But apparently that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think so because I mean. I feel with assets you can sell and make more money. With cash, you can't give and get more back in that sense. You know what I mean?
So it's there, it's in your account, but
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily
It's yeah.
grow.
No, the cash you mean?
The cash,
yeah, the cash, yeah.
It's just there.
Yeah.
So it says just spread it out, just invest.
Yeah. I mean, of course, smart investments as well.
But then
not just.
I don't know. I can't.
I've never been good with that,
I
yeah.
always need cash, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, cash is king, right? They say. But the flip side to things will not stay the same forever is that if you're in the doldrums, if things are tough for you in your career at a point in time, you lost a job, or if you're being retrenched and you've been applying for jobs all over the place and not getting any traction, it's not going to stay that way forever either. Okay, people will still look for the value in you. You can land a job. So I think it's important to realize that whether you're at the peak or whether you're at the bottom, life is all about up and down, ups and downs, and learning how to ride the wave. So very funny, when I was headhunting, I used to in my previous job, and it was purely commission basis. Okay, I told my boss, don't give me a salary, give me a commission basis. So he said, okay. So there were months when I was really busy. And when I was really busy, I was complaining to my wife. I said, I got no time for this. I got no time for lunch and everything. And then in the months where they were very quiet, no hiring,
Then you wish you were busy.
I'll complain, I'm so free now. It's just, when's the next meal going to come? When's the next commission going to come in? And then I realized that when you have that kind of mentality, you're in a state of constant worry
Yeah.
and stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you're busy, enjoy it.
Yeah.
When it's quiet, enjoy it as well. Learn to look at the bright side of things.
I think when you're busy, you just got to make pockets of your time available for yourself, like you do.
Yeah.
I think you've learned to do that as well. Like every day, you have your own me time, which
Me
is called
time.
your admin time.
My
right?
admin time.
Just have it down in your calendar every
Yeah,
day, whether
yeah.
it's 10 minutes, 20
Yeah.
minutes, but just for you.
Yes.
And never complain about being busy.
Yeah. So it's a mindset thing. So, never assume that things are going to be the same way it was forever. Because I think things will change, and things can change very quickly. So enjoy the moment. It could be so for Joseph Schooling. I think right now if I were him, I would just enjoy the break.
Yeah.
If he's taking a break now, just enjoy it. He's really a guy who has got nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got nothing else to prove. Seriously,
Yeah.
there's nothing else to prove already. So that's where you can start off on a clean slate and do whatever you want. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder whether he's still going to have a manager or not. Because right now
For
he has a manager,
sports, right?
for his
his swimming.
for his career and
Career or sports career?
Or even
Because right
if
now
it's-
he's going into something completely different. Capital.
Like I know a friend of mine, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Is with him. Is
Yeah.
his manager.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to find out if
they'll still be working
They'll-
together.
they'll be
exactly.
still
because if he's not gonna be working at Rhonda, I want Rhonda.
For your golf career?
No, for everything.
Because she does sports, right?
Yeah,
Mostly.
so just to help me manage my.
No, but as a brand ambassador and everything else, he's got lots of stuff going for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hugo Boss. And
Yeah, what
everything,
will
right?
happen with all the ambassadorship though? You think it
He'll
will
stay.
continue?
I'm sure he's got a very good relationship with the
Like
good people
Boss.
from Boss.
Yeah.
So I'm quite sure it will. I better not say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think well, life goes on, and as I said, he's a smart guy, so no worries about that. And interestingly,
No Boss. There's always FBT.
That's true as well. Is that football? No. What's it? I know it's FBT is like a sports brand, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, but is it more football or is it just everywhere?
I don't know. When I think of FBT, I think of like women's shorts.
No. Oh,
kind of right.
Right.
Kind of, yeah, the material, right?
Yeah, I mean,
those 1970s shorts.
Yes,
the ones
yes,
with
yes.
the layer underneath as well.
I don't know. I can't remember. But it's an old brand.
Yeah,
I was just joking.
Interestingly, I once spoke to a CEO,
Yeah.
a US MNC CEO, and he said I was doing a search for him for an MD for the region, and he said after he gave me his whole list of requirements of the role I was going to look for him, he said, by the way, if you can find someone who's been in competitive sports, or it's won a medals or what, I would love to meet this person first, even if it's not that qualified to meet all the requirements.
For a CEO.
Yeah, for an MD for APAC.
MD, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said,
Why?
okay, why? He said, because sports people, especially the successful ones, are very driven.
Yeah.
They will, like Joseph Schooling, he wakes up at 4 in the morning to swim, right? So they are very driven. They don't like losing. They are very competitive. He says, I love people who are competitive. And if you're a sports person who has achieved medals and awards and everything before, it just shows me that you have the drive to apply yourself anywhere in the world, anywhere in any job.
You have the capability.
capability.
The thing is, I feel like if you have the drive to say be a Joseph Schooling and wake up at 4 and all that, but do you still have that same drive when you're in a different career? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he's going to do venture capitalism and all that, and I'm sure he's going to be great at it. But will it be the same kind of drive that makes him wake up at 4 o'clock to push him to be faster and better than everybody else?
I honestly think it's.
I have faith in him.
I
No,
wanna-
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about in general. Yeah,
right?
in
But
general.
I seriously think that it's in the sportsman's DNA. I mean, if any listeners out there who are sports people, okay,
let
maybe
me
they
jump
can
on
answer.
Facebook.
But it's. I think it's in the DNA. I see some people.
I don't know.
And some people drive, push their energies to sports. Some people push energies to work. So I think it was interesting, and later I found out why this CEO was looking at it, because he was a sportsman before as well.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
So he says,
all
"No,
right.
I know the commitment. The
I know
drive.
my kind."
I know my kind."
Okay, we have a question from Joel. Okay, let's go on on air, and then I'll ask you.
Love you.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE heading west, I beg your pardon, to Tuas after Jurong Town Hall Road, a vehicle has broken down. As you go through your day, if you spot anything that's worth sharing, drop us a message, 8855-0920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Adrian Choo from Korea Agility International. If you want to get in touch with Adrian, it's info@koreaagility.org.
So Joel has a question for you, Adrian, and he says, I've got an honest question. We all know when and how not to quit. But do you have any advice on when and under what conditions is a good time and way to quit?
Okay. If we talk about quitting your job, I think the best time, if the job is affecting your mental health, okay, in the sense that if you're in a situation where you're so stressed out by the job for whatever reason, could be a new boss, could be new clients or new product, or maybe there's a retrenchment exercise coming up or whatever it is. If you are so bothered by the job that you are losing sleep and your health is suffering. Okay, so if your health suffers, your physical health suffers, your mental health suffers, your emotional well-being is at stake, to the point where you're losing sleep and you are losing confidence and everything, sometimes it's a good idea to just quit with nothing in hand. But everything depends. But that's one situation, Joel. The other thing is that if you're in a situation where your physical safety is being compromised, like if you're asked to do something like, hey, no safety equipment's being issued to you and they ask you to like feed the lions or something like that, it's like, yeah, no thank you, I'm not going to do it. So
Or
that's
clean
where
the
you
window
could-
from
I
the
was gonna
outside.
think
Yeah,
that,
exactly,
thinking
right?
back.
Like the helpers sometimes. So, but so it's just if it's dangerous, leave. If it's a physical safety or emotional wellness thing, leave. Other than that,
What about bullying?
If you're being
Bullying, please.
harassed, bullying, yeah.
try to manage it first. Leaving shouldn't be the first instinct. Okay, try
Punch
to manage
them?
it.
Do we hit them or no? No hitting, no violence.
No
Okay.
violence. No violence. But I think you might want to put in HR. Okay, if it's of any use at all.
Do you go to HR first or do you go to your direct boss first?
It depends
For
who.
something
it
like
depends
that.
who's harassing you. If it's HR or direct boss
No,
harassing you.
okay, neither one of them. But
Would you
what-
actually do that? Let's say
Hierarchy-wise?
if your boss was
harassing you.
Go to HR.
really.
Yeah, it depends on what sort of thing. So we had this individual. Her boss was sending her photographs.
Of what?
Her boss was sending her
Of
her
himself?
male boss.
His
Male boss
yeah,
sending her photographs
of himself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some very suggestive photographs. Like,
Okay.
oh, I bought this new pair of trunks. What do you think
Pair
it
of
looks like?
underpants.
That is a dodo bird right
He
there.
did,
lah.
right?
Yeah, he's budgie smuggler.
Asking for trouble.
Budgie smuggler. What do you think of my budgie smuggler from the Gold Coast?
You're a boss. Behave like a boss.
Stuff like that, and there were other worse photographs. So she got very pissed off, and she told him at first,
And
"Hey, please
rightly
don't send."
so.
And he was stupid. These sort of things have evidence,
Of course,
evidentiary.
yeah.
Who does he think he is? Ricky Martin?
Well, if it's Ricky Martin.
And she told him to stop. He didn't. And then she brought it up with HR, and he got fired because most companies
He's
have
just
zero
stupid. That
tolerance.
was
It's stupid
so
that way.
stupid,
It's
yeah.
stupid that way. So if it's harassment in that form, if it's a colleague,
Yeah,
then
if it's neither one boss or HR, who do you go to first? Boss or HR?
I'll go to the boss first.
Boss
If it's
first.
a colleague, I'll go up to the boss.
Okay.
Let's say, hey, this, but present a case, show evidence and everything. And after that, if the boss does nothing, then maybe you can escalate to HR because it's your right to do it. And honestly, if the boss and HR doesn't do anything about it, then that's time to
You
leave
go
the
to
company.
the press.
I don't know,
Do you go to the press about
I
something
would
like
never.
this? Really?
Go to the press.
No, I mean that people that press or social media, because nowadays that's your press. You know what I mean? Everybody's putting things up, right? And we don't encourage like writing about things about your company and stuff like that on social media. But if nothing is being done, what would people do?
Yeah, so that's a tough call. Honestly, that's a tough call.
Something
especially-
like that, the example you just gave, you can even report him to the police. Because, I mean,
If it's
God alone
harassment.
knows what kind of photos he's sending her.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. So I am very apprehensive about putting things on socials on the press because
Yeah.
it hurts your reputation as
In
well
future
in the
as well.
future. Yeah, and a lot of people think they can anonymize themselves.
Yeah.
But when you look at it and you go, oh, I know this. I know who reported this.
It's traceable. Yeah.
So it's really funny. We've seen instances where people thought they could anonymize themselves, but they didn't. So you got to be very mindful not to do that. But I think ultimately what's important is that Joel, if you are feeling endangered or if you're stressed out to the point where your health is suffering, I think it's okay to quit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joseph.
Joseph.
Joe.
Since we're talking about Joseph schooling, see lah.
But wait,
Joel.
we say good morning to his mom, May schooling. Is,
May is tuned in.
of
Good
course she
morning,
says
May.
Good morning, May.
Big kiss for May schooling.
Okay, you
the
were gonna say-
sweetest woman in the world.
You were going to say something to Joel?
I forgot what I wanted to
Okay,
say.
all right. Okay.
Okay, I'm sure he'll come back on the Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Benson Boone with Slow It Down on Kiss 92.
I never met you, but I wanted.
Joel.
I
And
think I
since-
might have interrupted you.
And
Sorry about that.
since Auntie May is listening in, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, morning. Met her once. I think what is interesting is that the next thing I want to talk about is be with your tribe. One thing I learned from him is to be with your tribe. If you are people who love you and support you, okay, and can push you on to greater heights, I think you're very blessed. And I think for him, he's always had people around him who are very supportive, parents especially.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a real blessing to be. So if you want to be successful in life, I've always been told that you're the average of your 5 best friends.
Yeah.
So if your five best friends are super, they're encouraging, they're very successful, you will be as well.
Right.
But if you hang out with five people who are like slackers, who
You will be as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna
it.
go there.
Yeah.
So you put yourself in a space. So sometimes it's good, even for our other listeners out there. There's an interesting saying. Sometimes it's good to be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond. So hang out with it. And someone a couple of days ago wrote a rather controversial thing about this whole incident, and he said that when Joseph Schooling was training with the US guys, they were the best. That's why he could be the best.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
when he came back to Singapore,
Yeah.
the standard was different. That's what he said. Not
Yeah,
mine.
no, but it's true.
It's true.
And
It's true.
so it dropped.
Yeah.
So
I feel he did the way he did because he wasn't here. He got the best
Yeah.
training possible
Yeah.
elsewhere.
So I don't know about that because I don't have enough information, but it sounds plausible. And as a result, sometimes you just want to surround yourself with the best.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean, similarly, the rest of the swimming fraternity here. I mean, I know a lot of them also went abroad
Yeah.
to train.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's that overseas training that is that's very important for all of our
Sportsmen.
swimmers.
And,
our
I think,
national
and I think,
swimmers.
Glenn, for yourself, the golfing thing is also the same thing, right? If you
Yeah.
play with the single digit
Yes.
handicappers, you
You will
improve,
get better.
You get better
Of
than
course.
if for nothing else, peer pressure to.
I mean, you don't play with people who are worse than you unless you're playing for money,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, that's true. I mean, like, these days we play with good players. Like today, I'm going to be playing with, a guy named Carl Sayatapi. He's practically a scratch player.
Oh, I think I ran into him.
Yeah, so
recently.
he works with Echo Golf,
Yeah.
wonderful golf shoes, and yeah. So I play with him.
And then you learn from
next week
his-
I'm playing with Timothy Lowe, who could be a professional if you really wanted to,
Yeah.
but now he does commentary for all these golfing events
And
and, all that.
sometimes it's.
These are great golf players.
And even if you don't learn from them, I think a lot of times you gain from osmosis.
Of
Right.
course.
Right,
of
just being
course.
around them, just watching
Yes.
them, their attitude and everything, you're like, oh wow, that's how they do it.
But it's
Yeah.
also up to you to pick up on those
Yeah.
lessons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just won't.
Of
learn
course, I'm a
anything.
sponge. You,
Yeah.
you know me, right?
Yes.
I'll go like, yes, I'm gonna
You-
pick
you
this up.
are.
I'm,
You're like
I'm observing, but then when I play the next game, damn it, why can't I do what
they did.
they did or what they were trying to teach me to do? You know why? Because golf is hard.
It takes
That's
time.
Why.
Of course, if it were
Oh
easy,
my
everyone
God.
would be
It's
doing
the most
it.
frustrating game in the world, but we all love it because it's so hard.
All is relative.
Because it's so hard. That's why women love it when their men are difficult.
I don't
know
know,
what I mean?
about that.
Yeah, exactly.
The men are too easy, they take them for granted.
I
But when
think
their
you're
men
on
are
your
like
own here.
difficult, wow. Just
Jump.
like golf, you see. It's a challenge.
You're speaking to yourself, or
No,
because
for you.
nobody agrees with you?
But you mean you disagree?
That I like difficult men?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I disagree.
Oh,
Yes.
I disagree.
Yeah.
But why?
Why
Like,
would I want to
easy
disagree?
guys are so easy.
Easy, exactly. They're like so easy.
You prefer them easy.
Yeah, I prefer everything easy.
Okay.
You're losing here, so don't you?
Oh, that's funny.
All
That's
right.
funny. But I do believe, you have to find your tribe. The people who can push you, who can support you, and even when things are not going right, just being able to sit down and tell you, or even if you're doing something wrong,
Okay.
to have someone to come up to you and say, look, I don't think what you did was the right thing just now. You could have done it better. Sometimes someone who's able to give you the tough love, that could help a lot in terms of your own personal development as well.
And you got to learn how to take it as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
Not
true.
a lot of people take criticism well.
Yeah, but if it's coming from someone who knows you and you trust and is a safe person,
Yeah.
I think that works. That's why you have to be around people who can, and that's why.
There's some wives like
Tribe.
that. When the husband gives them a bit of tough love,
Uh,
they appreciate that better. No?
no.
No. Okay. I mean,
You're
tough.
going-
When I say tough, I'm not talking about like physical or.
Yeah,
or,
we
or
know. We
whatever.
know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's
Yeah,
like
tough.
But and I don't know if some women like it or even men. I think it's what they crave, but unknowingly. It's the kind of people that they gravitate towards.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, because some women and men, they always end up with people who don't treat them well
But
at
the
all.
problem
Yeah,
with some
yeah.
women is
Why
they
women-
always feel
women
like
and
they
men?
are smarter than their men. So basically, the men have to go like, okay, darling. Okay. Or they'll have to just keep quiet. Know what I mean? Because happy wife, happy life.
That's why there's this joke, this
Happy
comedian.
spouse, happy house.
There's this joke which a comedian once said that, I know I married Miss Right. I just didn't realize her first name was Always.
Oh dear.
Always Right.
You're absolutely right.
So-
And then the men know that. Look, no, she's not.
Women got such a
she's
bad
not right.
reputation, man. I tell you.
It's true because you women
wait, no,
always
don't
want us
you
guys to
women,
give
yeah.
in to you.
No, not necessarily. Not all women.
But to be fair, we guys are difficult beings anyway.
Yeah,
You're actually men are very simple creatures.
we are very simple.
You are very
creatures.
simple
Yeah,
creatures.
yeah. And that's-
Women just need to know how to manage them and make them think they're in control.
Yeah.
It's an art.
As long as you make love to us on a regular basis, you can have everything. That's all.
All right, let's go for traffic.
We just saw the red card.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the KJE towards the PIE at the Sungai Tengah Road exit, look out for an accident vehicle. Wherever you are this Thursday, stay safe.
Good morning, Singapore. You're tuned into The Big Show. It's Glenn, Angel, and Adrian Choo because the Flying Dutchman is out of action. He sustained a football injury yesterday.
Oh.
And, he was jumping up in the air, trying to go in for that
Bicycle
header.
kick? Oh, header,
No,
right. Oh,
bicycle
but-
kick.
no,
No,
cannot.
not at the
Header,
age of 68.
Okay.
So he jumped up, wanted to hit the ball in the net, and then in midair, his back froze. He came down and felt a sharp pain, and now he's lying in hospital somewhere.
Do you know I just visualized that whole scenario?
Yeah?
FD in shorts and like jumping out.
Black shorts, right?
Black shorts,
Yeah.
yeah, black shorts. Why red t-shirt, obviously.
Red t-shirt.
Red, yeah,
Yeah.
red t-shirt, obviously. Jumping up and then like kind of slow mo.
Yeah.
His back froze.
Yep.
His face kind of cringed.
His legs right in front of your face, and
Yeah.
you're blinded by,
By the
how
white
white it is. Have you seen his legs?
No,
You know,
I
we've
don't
been
want to
partners
see
for a
his
long time. You know,
legs.
Effie and myself, we're like husband and wife, right? And when it comes to like radio
Yes,
couple.
yes, you
right?
are, yeah.
I have seen him naked.
Okay.
And let me just tell you, it's blinding.
You can't. Especially when the sun don't shine.
His backside.
Oh my
No.
gosh. He's so. Oh dear.
Oh dear, sorry. Cheyenne and Shalini are actually turning away,
Yes.
looking at the wall
And
behind.
we are on air.
Sorry about that.
So we're on air.
Yes, we are on the Big Show TV.
No,
right now.
on air.
We are on air.
We're on air.
We're on air.
We spoke about his backside. Okay, there you go. Stephen Chu is messaging.
Oh
Glenn,
my
stop
God.
talking about FD's bucket. All
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Where were we?
Adrian Chu. We're trying to talk to Adrian
We're
Chu.
talking about Joseph Schooling's decision to retire, and I think it's a good decision. It was a bold decision, and I think it takes lots of courage to quit when you're ahead at the top of your game. And I think the other thing, which was really brave of him, is to shut out the detractors. I mean, there are always going to be people who's going to tell you, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that, So I'm always reminded about this old story about this man and a son bringing the donkey to the market to sell. So they're bringing the donkey to the market, and then people are saying, what a stupid people know. They should sit on a donkey. Why are you walking a donkey for? So they both sat on a donkey, and then there's someone who came by and said, why are they so mean, both sitting on a donkey at the same time. Poor donkey, So the father gets off, the son's on the donkey, and then they walk a few more steps, and then someone says, what a bad son, making the father walk while he's sitting on a donkey and getting a free ride, So the son gets off, the father goes on, and then a few more moments later, someone else comes on and says, what a bad father, So in the end,
There will always be haters.
in the end, both the son and the father end up carrying the donkey to the market.
Smart donkey.
Smart donkey. So, moral story is, there's always going to be someone who's going to tell you they know better than you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's useful to listen to the feedback. Most of the time, it's not. Because it's not coming from the right place. So you have to be brave enough to stand up and say, okay, fine, this is my decision. I made a decision, and I'm going to go by it. Thank you for your support, but
Yeah.
that's what we're going to do. And my life is mine to live.
And listen to the people that count.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
That's what
I
always
think,
said,
yeah. Don't listen to the gossip. Don't listen to the people who you don't even know.
And the
the
armchair
names of.
warriors, the
Oh my
keyboard
gosh.
warriors.
See, it's so
Don't worry about
frustrating,
that.
right? I can just imagine how frustrating it was for May, you know, and Colin at that time when they were so committed, you know, to making sure that you know Joseph becomes, you know, a force to be reckoned with, you know, and it was all their doing, you know, as far as I'm concerned. You know, they work so hard,
Of course,
you
yeah.
know, to
Send him.
manage the situation,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
sending him for training and so
But
on
that's
from a
that's
very young age,
dedication, you know.
major commitment
That's
and
dedication,
dedication,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And really, I don't know, but you know, I would think that during that entire journey, because every other parent of our past national swimmers and all that probably did the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but May and Colin probably went, you know,
Above and beyond.
yeah, they did
Amazing, yeah.
something extra, and of course Joseph was also perhaps maybe a more talented than some of our past swimmers in order to win an Olympic
I think
gold
it's a
medal.
combination of many, many things.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is during that time, before he won the gold medal, he didn't get as much attention.
No.
But you know, after
Yes.
after he won the gold medal, then everyone wanted to take credit.
Oh, yes.
Oh, of course. Yes, yes,
You know?
yes.
Yes. We
People
saw
who,
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
They came out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
exactly.
Everyone
As
claiming
it does
credit
when you
for.
when you hit a lottery, when you know come into a windfall, when you become famous, everybody comes out when you're doing well.
Yeah.
It's the people that are there when you're not doing well
Yeah.
that you need to
Yes.
count on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That you can count
So
on.
I think that was when it became very, very hard because some of these people were of a certain position.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and in order to work together,
It's a
you know,
political.
yeah. So it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard when a situation like that comes
Yeah.
about, right?
Obviously.
Like
yeah.
who's sincere and
Yeah.
and who's just in it for this ride?
For the
Who's your
ride, yeah.
who's your fair-weathered friend, right?
Yeah.
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 Reasons and seasons.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, that's the red card.
Yeah, many times already.
Okay, let's play you something from Camila Cabello. This is Don't Go Yet on Kiss 92. Yeah, I was confused just now. Like, are we on the Big Show TV or are we on the... Now we are on the Big Show TV.
Now we are on the Big Show TV.
All right.
You can talk about FD's bottom whenever you want.
FD, please recover fast.
There's that quote, those that matter don't mind, those that mind don't matter. When it comes to gossip.
Those that, what again, sorry?
Those that matter, those people that matter don't mind.
Okay.
And those that mind, those people that mind what you do, don't matter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
that's true.
it's all these, as you said, armchair warriors, people that think they know better with the
Yeah.
horse and the donkey
Yeah.
and the kid, and you know.
Yeah.
May, next Tuesday you come in with Joseph as well, okay? I think I would love to put May on air as
I'm
well,
sure she
together
can
with
speak as well.
Joseph.
Moll has said something funny. She says, in military rank, women are generals and men are majors. I don't know if this is true. Because women make general decisions. Because men make general decisions and women make the major ones. Okay, that doesn't make sense, but okay.
I will just say yes because us
She's a
guys,
woman.
we know what's better for us and best for us. Just agree with
So,
me.
so what I always
even
say.
even Angel also, because she's my partner, right? I won't like fight with her. What?
We've had our argument.
Not really.
Yeah.
That's an argument.
No. Oh, it's not?
Of course
Oh.
not.
Oh, I don't want to see anymore.
they-
no.
Cheyenne, Shalini, have y'all seen me fight with Angel before? No. See?
They didn't say anything. They didn't even answer.
No. We've never fought.
You didn't even wait for their answer. Have we?
No lah.
What's your answer?
Don't
Yes
tell
or-
me we fought, but I forgot.
That's possible as well.
That's
No.
possible.
I know.
we
I
guys don't remember stuff.
I know I fought with FD many times.
You know, that's why there's in the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah.
The matriarch of the Greek family said that in any Greek family, the man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck that turns the head.
I love that. Yes. Yes.
It
Sooner
was so
y'all remember
funny.
it, the better.
It was so funny. So yeah, where were we? So basically, I think it took a lot of courage for Joseph to come out and tell everyone that okay, this is my decision. And if people are unhappy or disagreeable to it, tough. big deal. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares? You know,
Yeah.
I've done once again. I have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
I am,
Actually, now he can call out
Exactly.
some people. Actually, maybe on Tuesday I'll try to get.
I
I'm
don't think
sure
he
there are some people deep down inside he's going like, these
cannot,
people,
no,
right?
no,
But
no,
he
no.
has to conduct himself
yeah,
properly
of course,
because he is an Olympian. He is an Olympic gold medalist.
As such,
but I'm
please don't
sure,
put him on the spot. Please don't.
Sorry, I'll.
He's a proper gentleman, media trained properly. He won't.
Yes.
Yeah,
he
that's
won't.
true, actually.
He won't.
Yeah.
He won't call anyone.
I'll get
He
me
may-
to do it.
He may do it when the microphones are off.
So
but,
you'll have to trick him into it. So
No,
it's like
no,
secret
no.
mic.
Hey, no. Oh my goodness, we would never.
It'll
do
be
that.
so nice to call out, some of these people.
It would
Right.
be. Everyone wants to do it, but he's not.
It'll
gonna
be
do
great.
it. No.
I'll see how we can work that out. Huh, me?
here-
He was brought
let's see
up
how.
as a proper gentleman.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
he'll-
you don't let Joseph do it, right?
Uh-huh.
No,
May can do it.
I know. You know what? I think.
No.
I think he's gonna.
She's listening, so-
he's saving it all for his tell-all memoir.
Yes.
Ooh, we should
No,
ask
but actually, I
him.
don't like these tell-all memoirs. No. Do
Is
you
he
like
right-
that?
is he
Do you
writing
like
one?
it? No, I'm.
No, right.
Is he? No,
I
I think
don't
he is
know.
I'm sure
writing a
he
book.
is. I would buy the
Has
book.
he written a book? I don't know.
I'm
But
sure.
this whole tell-all thing is very unpleasant. lah.
It is.
You know what I mean?
But it's a fake one, lah. I mean, they'll say, I'll tell all. Then in the book, nothing happens. It's just marketing hype. Then everyone buys the book. But I'll buy the book anyway. So yeah,
Yeah.
if it comes out. So when it comes out, I'm sure he's working on something.
We can ask
Because
him
I
that.
would love to buy it.
He's got many things in the pipeline. Maybe he hasn't revealed everything. I mean,
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
press conference, I know he said
Oh,
so
he's,
much.
he's got one book. He goes, "Hello, my name is Joseph Schooling." It was from 2016.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
didn't know that.
sold
Time
at,
for-
at Kinokuniya.
time for a sequel.
Yeah, 2016.
I didn't
It's a
read that
book.
one.
Episode 2.
I'm not sure.
It's a collection of it's images. It's previously unseen images of Joseph Schooling and the people close to him. It's the first book to be published after his memorable swim in
Right.
Rio. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a picture book, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he will write a memoir.
He should.
We'll find out.
And call people out.
No, you don't
tell
need to call
all.
anyone.
Tell
It's
all.
fun to call these people out.
Okay.
Anyway, I mean, speaking of Olympians and all that, I was just thinking like, or rather, Joseph winning the Olympic gold medal, right? Swimming, he's a swimmer. I feel like Singapore, right? We're very strong when it comes to water sports.
Yeah, the water polo
Like
and all that.
water polo,
Yeah.
Sea Games,
Yeah.
right? But that's just Sea Games, lah. Yeah, Sea Games, Olympics. It's like, what
Well,
the
I
hell?
mean, you got to do one before you can do the other.
And now I think
so
our water polo team's not that good.
not
anymore.
as good as
Not as dominant
Yeah.
as they were in the 80s. But I guess what I want to say is that our next Olympic gold medal hope is also in water sports. We're talking about sailing.
Maximilian Mader. Yes, yes.
Yeah, he looks very likely actually to win our next Olympic gold medal. If not this Olympics, maybe the next Olympics,
Yeah.
because he's still quite young. He's 17 years old.
You know, speaking of Olympians, I just wanted to do a shout out to this place that I go to in Thomson Plaza. It's called Cellar Dulux. It's a wine shop. It's run by this guy named Daniel, and his daughter was the first first Singaporean gymnast to go to the Olympics in 2012 in London.
Oh wow.
She now trains the Singapore Olympics team. She was the first. She didn't get a medal or anything, but she was the first gymnast
Wow.
to go as an to the Olympics for Singapore.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you ever
Do you know her
are
name?
there, yeah, well, I can look it up. It's not hard.
it's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, he runs a wine shop. He's run it for the past 24 years.
Oh, wow.
And he sells wine only from Australia. And if you go in, he'll give you a glass as well. Really nice guy. Really nice
think
guy.
I,
It's opposite Peach Garden in Thomson Plaza.
He's been there for a while, right?
24 years.
Okay.
24
Same
years.
place, 24 years.
yeah.
Okay, I definitely have come across
Really
that
nice
shop.
guy.
Okay, let's go back on air. Is this goodbye?
This is goodbye.
Maroon 5 makes me wonder right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. We've been speaking to Adrian Choo from Korea Agility International, and well, he was inspired by the fact that Joseph Schooling is retiring on a high, and well, we were talking about pivoting and how you can apply that in your career. Should you be thinking of retiring or moving on to something else.
Yeah, and I think, one door closes, another door opens. And I'm sure there's lots of other exciting stuff that will be happening in his life. And I'm keeping a close watch on that fantastic young man who rallied the nation together. It's amazing. I still remember that morning when he was swimming, and when he hit the finish line.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Michael Phelps, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he beat Michael Phelps? Yeah, you did.
I remember my entire neighborhood was screaming.
Oh,
I could hear
wow.
from my hall in the
Yeah.
morning. Everyone was just screaming, and it was amazing. And you know what? That afternoon, the swimming pool was full. Everyone was just, I remember, no one swims in the pool anymore. But that particular afternoon, everyone was in the pool pretending to be Joseph Schooling.
It just goes to show how one person or one team can really bring people together and inspire people.
Yes.
And I'm sure Joseph has inspired many swimmers.
He has inspired a whole new generation of swimmers.
Yeah, I'm sure,
I've got
I'm
a friend,
sure.
Tommy.
Yeah.
And both his sons swim and are competitive swimmers
Nice.
now, on the way to, I believe, being national swimmers.
Oh, lovely.
Kobe and Nigel. And he was inspired by Joseph, and his kids were inspired by Joseph.
That's always nice to see. A positive inspiration like that is nice to see. Yeah.
It's amazing. And there's and I think there are lots of more exciting things. Anyway, he's still young. He's 28.
He's all of 28.
Yeah,
He's
but
got lots of ways to go.
Yeah, and so we want to wish him all the best. And we are watching you, young man. We're watching you, and we're all rooting for you.
But don't worry, we won't watch you too closely now that you're going to be out of the spotlight.
Leave
him alone.
I just want to go out there and play
golf with
Joseph.
Wow, rematch.
Either play Tanamera with him or come to Warren.
All right. Any final words, Adrian?
Well, wherever you are in your life, as I said, things. If you're at the peak of where you are, enjoy it. If you're not, if your things are getting rough for you, just hang in there. Things will always turn better. Nothing stays the same way forever, but just stay positive and look at the bright side of life. Look at what's that song?
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yes. Always remember that. Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Thank you very much, Adrian. We've been speaking to Adrian Choo, founder at Career Agility International. Coming up very soon, headline news and sports and Battle of the Brands. Thanks for watching.
The only way.